Welcome to the DC Lutron Experience Center. Come on in. Really want to thank you guys for coming in here today. It's really important to us to share the knowledge of what's important about residential lighting control. So come on in and enjoy your time.
Is your home essentially a box with brick walls and some drywall and floors and so forth where you live? Or is your home truly a place where you've got technology under your control and it's making your life more enjoyable? Hi, I'm Joe with Gramophone, and today we're here at the amazing Lutron DC Experience Center, and we're here with Steph of Hill Residential. Steph, how you doing?
Good, Joe.
Good, great to see you. So maybe we could start out just a little bit talking about the Experience Center itself, because this is my first time here and it is an amazing place.
Sure. Well, as the name suggests, this is the place to come where if you want the latter version of what Joe described and really want your house to come to life, this is the place to experience it. It's so much more than just a showroom, but when we're trying to describe concepts like lighting control and automated shades and different color temperatures and all the benefits, it's really hard to get people to connect with that idea just through words. We really have to get them, whether it's an architect, a builder, a designer, a homeowner, get them to this space so they can really see what lighting and shading control can do and how that can transform a space.
And it affects how you feel when you're living in a space that's under your control. One of the nicest things I think, Steph, about this place is you can see how you can automate the experience of lighting and shading, have it done for you, or you can make changes by yourself.
Absolutely. And a lot of people love how daylight looks, how that makes them feel. And so if they want daylight in their home or they want these beautiful windows with amazing views, they're thinking about the best parts of daylight. But in order to really capture that and harness it, you need something like an automated shading solution, which is going to adjust for you throughout the day. So it lets the best parts of the daylight come through, but eliminates the harsh glare and UV rays. Or if your preferred color temperature is daylight, what does that even mean? Daylight is changing throughout the day, so wouldn't it be great if you could just have the option to hit a button and tell your electric lights to just match what the sun is doing and change dynamically throughout the day?
And if you want, Steph, you can do all of that without a bunch of wall acne, right?
Absolutely. The best part of this, I would say, especially to an interior designer, someone paying attention truly to the finishes of the home, let's eliminate those 6, 8, 10 gang boxes of switches, and it's inevitably an ivory color that doesn't look good with your paint. Let's just consolidate that all down into one beautiful keypad that looks like artwork on your wall, that has engraved buttons that tells you exactly what each one is going to do, rather than try to figure out what those middle couple of switches do.
Something that I hadn't thought about until I got here, and the way that I'm now thinking about it, is the way in which automated shading solutions really can be a part of an automated lighting solution, because if you do have control over your lighting, but the sun is beaming in at full speed and full strength, well, that kind of defeats what you're doing, right? So the two can work hand in hand, and your company, Lutron, makes products that really allow that to come together seamlessly.
Absolutely. So Lutron did spend the first several decades of its existence focusing on the control of electric light, but eventually realized you can have every lighting load in a home on some form of dimming device, but if you have sun streaming in through your windows, it doesn't matter if the lights are on or off, let alone dimmed. And so in order to have that appreciable control of electric light, you first need to have control of the daylight coming in through the windows. So that combination of daylight control and electric lighting control gives you this total lighting control and really gives the best light for your home and the highest level of comfort.
At Gramophone, because we do so much integration work where we're bringing solutions in a number of different categories, so home theater or audio system, distributed audio system, lighting, outdoor lighting, shading, all those different things, one of the things that I find impressive about Lutron is that you make products that are at a number of different price points. So we can address what you really want and need in your home, almost no matter what the what the space is really like.
Absolutely. The beauty of whether it's lighting control or our automated shading solutions, it's very scalable. So whether that is a simple solution for a small residence, up to about 2,500 square feet or just a few rooms, and battery-powered shades that can be installed even where no wires previously existed, all the way up to your tens of thousands of square feet multi-building estates, we have the right solution that will address whatever those homeowners' needs, preferences, space accommodations are.
So Steph, maybe at this point we'll take a little bit of a deeper dive into some of the specifics of the various lighting solutions and the specifics of the various shading solutions. Let's cover that in our next exercise.
Sounds good.
When you walk into any home, there is a basic lighting control that happens even when you just flip on a light switch, and then when you leave the room you flip it off. The problem, of course, is that's 100% on or 100% off. There's no real control there. So maybe you can tell our viewers just a little bit about some of the different levels that Lutron has depending on what kind of control you'd really like to have.
Sure. Well, that's exactly true. So on and off is the most basic form of lighting control. And then if you go a step further, you can get to a very basic level of wall box lighting control where you have just a dimmer on the wall, but again, very manual process. When we get into our lighting control systems, we have something that's for every size residence you can imagine. And so whether that is something where someone wants to just have a small system in 1 or 2 rooms or a small residence, we have DIY products that are system enabled where you can press a button and things happen in the room where you have that system. All of your lights can go off at once, or all of your outdoor lights can come on when the sun sets, for example. And then as the residences get larger, more complex, more devices become incorporated, we have a different level of system, Radio Raw 3, where you would contact Gramophone for help with that type of system. And that's also great for retrofits. So this isn't only for new construction. So Radio Raw 3 would be a great option for anybody who's watching this now thinking, I wish I had lighting control when I built my house, but now I do want to add this. And then when we get to our larger residences, again, many, many more devices, and ideal for a new construction scenario, we have our Homeworks system. And that is also what's going to be able to get you access to our line of intelligent lighting fixtures. And we'll be getting into what those can do in a little bit.
Steph, a couple things we should probably mention at this point too is one of the things that we hear back from consumers after we've done a custom installation in their home, and we talk about what are some of the things that you enjoy the most about the products that we installed. People who have an automated lighting system, not only do they love it and always want it pretty much in the next home if they decide to move again, but it's extremely reliable. And reliable is good, both for the consumer, and we don't like having to roll a truck back out to a job either. So the reliability factor and the happiness of how people love their lighting systems is something to mention. And secondly, just some of the things that you get when you have an automated lighting system. Why would you ever want to come home to a darkened house? Again, you don't have to when you can automate the lighting system. Wouldn't it be wonderful when you're going to bed at night, just be able to reach over and touch one button and have maybe all the lights in the house go down, except for a couple of the lights outside, and maybe that one hallway light in case you need to get up in the middle of the night to go to the bathroom, maybe that stays on at 10%. Those really basic things that people enjoy and love about their installed lighting systems, it's fantastic to have that.
Absolutely, and those examples that you gave are fairly universal. Everyone wants their outdoor lights to be on when it's dark outside and off once the sun comes up. And if you don't have a system that's telling your lights when to do that, that's talking to an astronomical time clock that knows when the sun is rising and setting, you're probably going to have lights that are coming on in the middle of the day eventually, or those sensors are going off at some point incorrectly. Another great one that we hear a lot is when people are traveling, if they're on vacation or certainly for second homes, they don't want their house to look dark and unlived in when they aren't there. They want the ability to have some kind of vacation mode or some ability to remotely access their system and be able to look like somebody is living in there even when they're not.
Are you saying, Steph, that with Lutron you can put all this on an app and adjust it even when you're not home?
Absolutely, Joe, I am.
So there's a tremendous amount of benefits here. Now let's dig a little bit deeper into some of the specific benefits you get with some of the specific levels of Lutron lighting. So Steph, earlier we referenced that now Lutron has intelligent light fixtures, and maybe we can just help clarify for our viewers what an intelligent light fixture really is.
Sure. And simply put, an intelligent light fixture is Lutron's brand of LED lighting that has the intelligence built into each individual fixture. This is going to give us the ability to get all sorts of feature sets, from changing color temperature, changing saturated color, being able to dim, being able to control one light at a time or a group of lights, and just digitally create your own zones of lighting. And previously, you either wouldn't be able to achieve that, or in order to even just dim a light, you'd need all sorts of back-end equipment. You would need wiring run to panels in the basement, dimming modules, etc. Now, all of that gear goes away, and it's all built within each individual fixture, and you're just talking to each one to say, hey, I want that to be this color temperature, I want it to be on at this intensity, or I want to do this with a whole group of lights.
And at Gramophone, again, where we're so consistently wanting to get reliability and consistency, that's exactly what we have found with the Lutron products, is not only the benefit that you mentioned, where you don't have all that wall acne because the intelligence is in the lights, but when we make a change where we're requesting this specific kind of light or that specific kind of light, it's extremely reliable, always happens, and it's consistent over time. So we really appreciate those benefits about Lutron as well. We hope you've enjoyed this introduction to Lutron lighting and shading. Please reach out to us at ask@gramophone.com to discuss your lighting and shading needs. And stay tuned for part 2 in our series about Lutron lighting and shade products. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe, and hit the bell icon for all of our upcoming highlights. You can learn more about these great products at gramophone.com, and shop Sky by Gramophone for secure checkout, fast and free shipping straight to your door. Visit our showrooms at Timonium, Columbia, and Gaithersburg, Maryland, and our amazing Experience Center in Timonium. Please visit our Kitchen and Design Center in Hunt Valley, too.